AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Breaking news. Chams. Charaña. He reported I didn't. It was like 5 minutes ago. The Cleveland Cavaliers have traded for Peyton Watson. Cleveland, Denver, and the Clippers have agreed on a trade sending Peyton Watson to the Cavaliers, Max Strus to the Clippers, and an unprotected 2031 Cavs first-round pick and a 2032 Kings second-rounder to the Nuggets. Watson will now sign a 4-year, $88 million deal to join the Cavaliers, plus a player option and a trade kicker. Wow. Is that an upgrade from Max Strus? I don't know. AllBall, how you feeling?
Yeah, I think you should leave that up for a few. I mean, remember, that's like literally a minute or two fresh. Maybe some people getting in the building didn't even know or don't know what's going on. I mean, what this tells me is eventually Joker is gone. Or what's the point guard over there? Wow, how I forget his name.
Jamal Murray.
Yeah, I think one of those two guys are gone. I don't understand what Denver is doing. I said this a while ago. I think they ruined and wasted the Joker's time in his career. Joker had an opportunity to like really be really special. I'm not saying he's not, but for him to only have one championship and only appear in one finals and win all these MVPs, and now you're just first you lose Bruce Brown when he was very vital. Now you give up Peyton Watson, who's a young, good player. I don't know if Max Strus can replace Peyton Watson. Do I like Max Strus? Yes, but I'd rather have Peyton Watson. I think this is a nice upgrade for Cleveland. But yeah, at this point, I don't know what Denver's doing. And I think if I'm the Joker, eventually I think the Joker's going to want out. He spent enough time in Denver. This situation is going to get like Milwaukee and Giannis eventually. I don't know if the Joker's going to be as outspoken, but I think behind the scenes, eventually Joker's going to be like, man, get me out of here. Yeah, I don't like this move for I love it for Cleveland, but like I said, I don't know what the hell is going on in Denver. But this makes Cleveland better. Like I said, Clippers, I don't care what's going on over there. But wow. Good move for Cleveland. I give this move about a B-. It's a good move for Cleveland. I like it.
What do you think, Flea? The Nuggets are not treating Joker with any specialty here, trading away Peyton Watson. What are your thoughts?
They clearly didn't want to pay him, right? He's getting $22 million after averaging 14 points a game last year, only played 50-something games. Now, you could see the progression over the last couple of years, so you could tell that this kid was going to be good, and he is good. I'm not saying that. He shoots 40% from three. Like, he's a pretty decent defender. Like, so the Cavs got a nice young player that they can rely on coming off the bench, or maybe, you know, put him into the starting lineup. But I think Max Strus is the guy that has more of the experience. I think Max Strus is the better defender. And you still bringing back the same shooting, if not more, because Max Strus is probably going to shoot it more for you, more of a, more volume than Peyton Watson. He's another guy that shoots it above 40%. So for me, I think it's like a wash, really. Denver gets a guy that they'll be able to use right away. Peyton Watson, they were like invested in him. They drafted him. They trying to, raise him and develop him. And then got to the point like a lot of these other teams, and they don't want to pay these guys. They can't attach, so they gotta move on and go get their money. So for me, I think it's a good move for both teams. We said Cleveland, Denver, and the Clippers. So so Strus is going to the Clippers actually. Let me read that over.
Yeah, if Strus was going,
yeah, all right. So
it makes sense.
Let me read that over. Yeah, so Yeah, well then if they didn't want to pay Peyton Watson, I get it. I'm not very high on the Christian Braun kid or them going back and getting Bruce Brown. Like it just didn't seem right anymore. So yeah, I gotta reassess this. Go ahead, Fabian. I gotta relook at this because I don't. They gave up Peyton Watson and they got what back?
King second round. They get an unprotected Cavs first round and a 2032 King second rounder to the Nuggets.
Yeah, they just didn't want to pay him. That's what I see from this. He went and got 22 million from the Cavs.
Oh
wow. Okay.
Well, you review that.
Like y'all say, but that's the market, right? I mean,
for him.
Well, while you revisit that, the Nuggets, according to Chris Haynes, have their eyes directed on DeMar DeRozan.
Y'all talking about they treating the Joker correct and right. You okay? Come on, man. This ain't Toronto DeMar DeRozan.
But Denver never won a championship. That was the first championship in franchise history. Like he did something special there. I don't know. I get the impression he don't really care. Like he about to start making noise to get moved. I can't see that from him.
He care because somebody gonna give him 250, 300 million. Don't think he ain't gonna care about that. I'm just saying when you have a player like that, you have to maximize every bit of a player like that. And for Joker to be as good as he is, I'm just saying Denver's not doing anything after that championship to at least continue to progress and win. I know they've been in a couple game 7, second round, but come on, man, look at these moves that they're making. It doesn't make any sense. Like I said, if I'm the Joker, even if I care a little bit, I get what you're saying, Flea, but he had an opportunity to be top 10 greatest NBA player all time if he get 2-3 championships with the MVPs and the numbers that he's going to have once it's all said and done. I think now, he may not care about that. I'm just saying me as a basketball fan and as a basketball nut, I'm just saying if I'm the Joker, which I'm not, I'm questioning the front office. Like, what the hell are y'all doing?
It didn't help that Aaron Gordon got hurt last year. It didn't help that Jamal Murray took way too long to become an all-star level player. Like it didn't help that some of it's like he there's some things, there's context and nuance to that. So I feel you. I do hope that he gets another ring to kind of solidify him with some of the greats, with some of the great bigs of all time. But the last couple of years, because when did they win? In 23? So the last couple of years, 24, 25, and 26, were they losing the first round this year? When did they lose? Who knocked them out?
They lost to Denver, right?
Years ago, they lost the first round of Minnesota. That was this season?
Right, but
yeah, they lost to OKC last year in the first round.
Okay.
Yeah, Ant-Man lost. Got injured. Yeah.
I don't know if Denver knows what they're doing in general. And you hate to see just an all-time great like Joker not really get what he want. We saw Barkley ask out of Philly, Shaq leave Orlando, even though he had his help. LeBron leaving Cleveland. Who else is really in it? Giannis leaving Milwaukee.
Kareem leaving Milwaukee.
I don't know if there's any other.
Kobe, threatened to leave LA. At one time, they had rumors that Mike was going to leave Chicago and come to New York. I'm just saying, let's not act like superstars.
Patrick wanted to be in Golden State.
Right. Know what I mean? So let's not act like superstars don't care.
That's far left though. Like, why Golden State?
Run TMC at the time.
That'd have been nice.
At the time.
Just don't think I don't fully understand him. Of course, you get draft picks and stuff like that, but Max Strus, I look at what his contract looks like, to be honest. I like Max Strus.
Yeah, but he didn't
Peyton
go to
Watson to me is not proven.
Well, Fabian, Max Strus didn't go to Denver. I like Max Strus as well, but he it
No,
ain't
right,
like
right. But I don't think Cleveland upgraded that much. I think Peyton Watson. What do we really know about him? Them numbers in the playoffs. He was with Joker last year in the playoffs. What happened?
He was hurt. He ain't play.
Peyton Watson.
Yeah, he was hurt.
I mean, they got a
that's-
young athletic player that can defend.
So that's what I'm saying. They jumped out here and gave him $22 million after him playing just 50 games, 54 games, and didn't play in the playoffs. So I don't know. That seems like a very, very goodwill deal. Like, projecting like he's got the potential to be a $20 million a year player. Because at this clip, $22 million, what are you expecting from from Peyton Watson next year?
I mean, even with the 40% 3-point thing, I saw that earlier this week. It was like 10 games in January, he shot 50%, whatever it was, and the rest of the season was whatever. So unless he got hurt in January, I just don't know how much better he is than Max Strus. And you sign him to 4 years, $88 million. Max Strus, what he made 10% of the thing, $16 million, and his deal is expiring. You might be stuck with him, but Cleveland is still going after James Harden, and they got to fill the other roles. I mean, you don't think they're more under just as much pressure as Denver with Joker? Like Joker's
Cleveland,
Denver's operating as if they don't have pressure. That I understand what you're saying, but they're not really treating him special because why are you acting like that's not Joker? Like if this is the best player in the league, arguably in almost everybody's conversation, how are you not doing everything possible to have him with just more talent? And Cleveland should be in the same boat, being that they signed Donovan Mitchell to $100 billion.
I think this move for Cleveland makes them a little bit better. It makes them more athletic. And Cleveland seen what happened in the conference finals when they didn't have no answer for Jalen Brunson down the stretch. So I'm not saying that fixes the problem because I don't think you can't stop JB, especially in the fourth quarter. But now if you could, put Peyton Watson on him instead of James Harden or Max Strus, I mean, I just like the move for Cleveland. Like I said, if Max Strus went to Denver, then I would be fine with that. But for me, like I said, he may be a little taller than Max Strus. He's way more athletic. So I get what Cleveland is doing. I like the fit. Like I said, I like Max Strus as well. So I don't. Flea might have said, you kind of get the same. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just don't understand what Denver's doing. That's just my whole thing. I don't understand what they're doing.
They fired the coach. They fired the GM. They let Bruce Brown walk. There's a lot of things that happened after that championship they won.
Right.
They traded Michael Porter Jr. Right. There's a few things that have happened since that. So I actually feel what you're saying, OG. What are they doing to keep him in championship contention?
And also
they won the championship. Cleveland's trying to win one.
They have two players that they know are injury prone in Gordon and Jamal Murray. So it's like they're not even trying to, fix that problem. It's like, okay, let's bring someone in. Like I just feel like I said, if I'm the Joker, listen, man, that rumor going to LA linking up with Luka, especially if they're gonna give him $300 million. Flea, if he don't care, he got his chip. But you know what? Let me go somewhere where the lights are bright because the love will be insane, right? So I just think that front office is terrible. That what they're doing is insane. I don't understand.
That's modern day NBA written all over it. Luka and Joker on the same team. That's modern day NBA. If you could even ask for something, that's what today's NBA looks like.
That's Magic and Kareem all over again. Let them tell us.
That's front office
on it. Go ahead. I'm just saying that's modern day NBA. Now all the foreigners are together. Like, all right.
The Eastern promises are crazy. I think Joker and this whole thing is front office empowerment. They're taking this thing back from the players. They're the ones now deciding who goes where. LeBron is the last. Giannis, that was the last of the Mohicans. LeBron is doing that is a celebration. I think an anniversary of his decision. I don't know if did Giannis have much of a decision. He wanted to come to the Knicks. LeBron wanted to come to the Knicks. This is Denver just. If the Lakers get Joker, that would be more of that. That would be more of the players are not deciding where they can go anymore. Because with the second apron and they're not their choices are limited now.
I mean, KD, he gets what he wants, whether it works out or not. And remember, Giannis did want to come here. LeBron did want to come here. We turned them down. So them guys would have been able to do what they wanted to do. It's just we wasn't having it. So I get what you're saying. I just think a certain
I'm saying that's the end of that.
Oh, okay.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like that KD that's the end of that.
You don't think Joker
does he get to go where he wants to go?
Yeah. I think so.
Or is that the Lakers getting that'll be the second big MVP caliber guy the Lakers get?
That's what the Lakers do, though. Let's not act like they don't get legendary big men. That's their thing.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Top 10?
Who?
It's over with. His chances unless he goes to the Lakers, his chances are done.
No. His chances, I mean, if he gets another championship, I mean, how can you argue? Like I said, if he got all these MVPs, then his numbers is going to be his numbers when it's all said and done is going to be crazy. So it's going to be a great argument. He's definitely going to be top 15. But for him to be able to be top 10 and don't play a lick of defense just shows you how good he really is. But a second championship for him will mean everything.
Dog, this dude averaged a triple-double from his position, and we scoff at that. Like, okay, cool. Like, that's just cool now. Like, all right.
Like, it's nothing. That's how good he is.
What?
How good he is.
Like, that's crazy.
They put the heels of their boot into Russell Westbrook's back on the way out with his triple-double.
Watch this. I do it from the 5 position.
Joker, who you ain't play with no big man. Hey, you know what? Enough of that scuttlebutt.
Knicks rehab.
At some point, I see a passionate conversation happening in the comments. At some point, I don't know if we have that dialed up, but I'm sure we can discuss that at some point. Cat versus Patrick Ewing. That seems to be a spirited conversation in the chat. Big shout out to the chat.
That's your man with the guru title extraordinaire like that, signing an autograph. Like, I'll be back tomorrow, fellas. Ladies,
yes, it did.
Take it easy. In the meantime, ChatGPT, they got some stats for you.
What we got?
We have the Eastern Conference led by the Knicks, 55-27. They said Detroit will hold on to they'll kind of hold the fort. And in the second place, 53-29 record. Philly in third place with a 52-30 record. The Cavaliers with 50-32. They all will have home court advantage. And they're saying the Celtics will lose home court advantage, even though they will make the playoffs. So they got 4 50-win teams in the Eastern Conference. ChatGPT is predicting 4 50-win teams in the Eastern Conference. Who's not making the playoffs according to them? That's a surprise.
Atlanta, Orlando, Charlotte. Well, Toronto, Indiana, Atlanta, Orlando is all playing teams.
And that would be 10 teams above 500 in the East, according to ChatGPT. And they're saying that the finals, the prediction for the NBA Finals will be the OKC Thunder versus the New York Knicks, with the OKC Thunder winning the championship. The Spurs are the team most likely to make me regret that pick. ChatGPT has personality. You got regret?
Oh, they got OKC winning.
Yes.
It's interesting.
Oh, boy, any thoughts? I see you.
No. I mean,
pondering.
ChatGPT was kind of on point as far as with, that Eastern Conference list. I just think I don't see Miami winning that many games. But I was pretty fine with that list. It was kind of on point. I think we'll win between 57 and 59 games this season. I think we make and push 60. It'll be difficult, but And I'm not mad with them having us in the finals again. I just don't like the outcome, but I think ChatGPT was on point with that list.
On point, that list playing his role.
Yeah, Detroit ain't winning 60 games again. It's not happening. It's not happening. They're not winning 60 games this year. I'd be surprised if anybody won 60 games this year, to keep it real. Like, if you pull that back up for a second, Fabian, last year there was a few teams that were publicly and purposely tanking. So can I see the list one more time, Fabian? So yeah, with the exception of Milwaukee and maybe Brooklyn is trying to get one more draft pick before they start to build this thing up. But everybody else is going to be doing everything they can to try to get into the playoffs. Chicago, Washington, Charlotte, all of them teams at the bottom are going to be trying to get into the playoffs. So them and what this is going to be a competitive year. I can't see anybody. Just there was 3 teams that won 60 games last year. You know that? 3?
Well, OKC,
Detroit, San
Detroit,
Antonio, and Detroit. That's insane.
Detroit.
Milwaukee just finishing under Brooklyn is hilarious. I guess they believe in Julius Randle that much. The Bulls, Wizards, and Hornets, for them to be clumped up together right there, that's tough because I think it's make or break. I think what's this guy? Norman Powell said it best. We're gonna either be trash or really good. And that goes for those 3 teams right there. A lot of it depends on Anthony Davis, but that's interesting. And everyone else, the Hawks, I think this is their final tally. And the Pacers being in 8th place is kind of crazy to me. Like that, I think they'll
take that personal.
Yeah, and Tyrese Halliburton got to calm down.
Why would you think you would be on national TV to start the season? Why?
What if the Pelicans smoked them?
They got
Why?
on the road in New Orleans.
OG said that is not a basketball city. That is not a basketball city.
Listen, the NBA let Halliburton know, no matter how you feel about yourself, you ain't Jalen Brunson and you ain't the Knicks. Indiana ain't New York. Take your ass, excuse my language, take your butt to New Orleans. Listen, the disrespect is beautiful.
You're not a star.
Somebody lied.
I got
a chop in the car.
That's when it was time for me to leave.
I was just getting turned.
I know.
I was just getting turned.
I was avoiding the likes of yourself.
I was just getting turned when that dropped.
If Rick Ross could have stayed on that trajectory.
I mean, he was on fire.
Yeah, Rose was. Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Would you consider him a star, boy?
That's the fat Rose. Rose a little slimmer now. That was the extra hefty Rose.
Was Fat Boy Raw?
At that point, his music was unlistened. Wasn't nobody touching him, bro. From the mixtapes to the albums, like he had a little run that if he could have kept that up, that's what I'm saying, man. A lot of lists would have changed, but you know how it go.
Well,
I spun that Port of Miami till I couldn't spin it no more. His first album, that's my freshman year in college. I could not stop spinning that.
The third album. Whatever had that on it, the Big Meech song, the BMF song, and that I think it was a classic.
What he got the side profile and the dark shades. It's like a dark cover. You know what I'm talking about, right? OG? He got Port of Miami is the first album, but I got Apple Music.
I got the on balls, with the T-Pain song. I'm the biggest balls that you see.
Yeah, that
song was crazy. I'm gonna make it rain. Now I'm gonna make it back. He killed that. He was killing
little
that.
Homie, that's a fact. Yeah, that was it.
Even when he was guest starring on joints.
Teflon Don.
Teflon Don.
Teflon Don.
Yeah,
that was tough.
Teflon Don. So it wasn't the side. It wasn't the side pro. It wasn't the side profile, but it was the dark one.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's dark. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. He might got about 3-4 classic albums, man.
Yeah, Teflon Don was fire. Teflon Don was. Yeah, Teflon got the Ashton Martin music. Got the yeah. That's a.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
When Drake dropped with the remix, it was kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy. You ain't even know it. Yeah, so you see it in the comment. You ain't know it's kind of crazy. You ain't even know it's kind of crazy. And who's on? You ain't even know it. The feature.
About Future?
No.
Yeah.
No.
What you talking about?
The dude that was rapping.
Rocco.
It wasn't. Yes.
It was.
That was
Rocco killed that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Rocco.
He killed it.
That was his song.
Yeah, it was his song. Yeah.
He went crazy.
Yeah, that was Rocco. Yeah.
Oh, because Future took his old none of my business. None of my business. I was asking though if Ross was a star because go ahead, please.
No, I want to move on, but so what we saying? Port of Miami, Teflon Don, and then what's the other classic? Rather You Than Me?
Nah, what was the I'm not a star. That was crazy.
I'm not.
I thought that was on a mixtape.
Somebody lied.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Whatever you call it. That's all we was bumping in the hood. I mean, to have 2 classic albums says a lot. A lot of guys got classics.
A lot of guys ain't got 2 classics.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
A lot of people ain't got 1 classic. East Blue Drew.
It's true.
No. You crazy? That is the last gentrified place on earth. Along with most of the South Bronx and
the Ville is gentrified now. Last time I was in Brownsville, I didn't feel like it was a bunch of white.
It's the last place to be. Like they have one.
Oh, you're saying that it's not. Oh, okay. You're saying it is not. Okay.
Flea, what's the album that had Tears of Joy?
That's Teflon Don.
That's Teflon Don.
Teflon Don.
Yeah, that's Teflon Don. Yeah.
I'm about to say something crazy. Let's continue.
CeeLo. I like CeeLo on that.
That's on fire.
It's fire. Yeah, come on, baby. Yeah, that's a classic song.
Yeah, man was going to church on there.
Yeah.
And Ross sounded like a preacher. And I was asking if Ross was a star, man. That was the alley, man. Because you know who's a star. In case you ain't even know it. JP. Brunson.
Hold on. Give my man two minutes of fame. BKNY 1982. I've seen you say Cat is better than Patrick Ewing. Now I see you saying Rick Ross is trash. We gotta talk to you later, baby. Go ahead, Fabian. We gotta talk to you, brother.
Yeah,
we have to talk to you.
Deeper Than Rap, I think was the mixtape. That was dope.
Yes.
BKNY. I used to ignore Rick Ross the same way, but it's too many. He got too much. It's too much. He got a better career than too many. And so does this guy right here, Jalen Brunson. Are you kidding me? Jalen Brunson is getting a role on Law & Order SVU. Of course, we could predict this. That's his homegirl, always hugging each other on the court. Slow down, Jalen. I'm going to let Flea. I'll let you handle those, that commentary. But she hinted at it, right? It's happening. What's her name? Let me get her name right.
Mariska Hargitay.
Confirmed that the Knicks captain and finals MVP is set to appear on the long-running series. She told Variety that, but I seen her on some shows saying the same thing. It's happening. It's definitely happening. It will be a full circle moment for Brunson, who has called SVU his favorite show and grew up watching it to their first championship since 1973. Brunson was asked what he wanted to accomplish next. His answer, try to get on SVU. So no more Disney. Law & Order, baby ball. Kidding me? I'm not. No jokes, no punchlines.
That's what happens when you win a championship in New York. Become a star. Don't tell me he ain't make half that money that he, quote unquote, took a pay cut. He got half that back off endorsements. This is the perks of winning in New York, baby. Ain't no other champion. SVU and all that. Just saying. Yeah. Go ahead and win in Utah and think all this is going to happen. All y'all have to take pay cuts. Go ahead and go to Phoenix or somewhere. Go ahead and get your money.
Whatever you talk, Mormon undercover. Have you
on the Animal Planet channel, showing your guppies and all that. Yeah, go ahead.
In the backyard.
Exactly. Get out of here, man.
So
They used to have Karl Malone on Inside Stuff, and Amar Rashad would go fishing with his perverted. I'm like, why? I don't care that you fish, Carl.
he didn't know that at the time. Yo, leave Amar Rashad at least. He's ducked a lot of.
No, that's love from Amar Rashad. That's love.
Hold on, Amar swerved a lot of shady individuals.
He got up out of there. He got low. You ever seen who was at the altar with him when he got married?
Yes.
At this point,
moving right along.
Brunson should have been in the Odyssey. He should have been a Theseus, whatever that nigga name is.
He could have been him.
Yeah.
I thought it was on one. Matt Damon was. I watched it again on ball. There's no.
Was I right?
I think you're right because of the hype behind something. Like when we hype up a player, you go, no, you said it was trash.
I said
there's a big difference.
And I said because of the hype, I said you cannot have an all-star cast like that. Bro, just say I was right, bro. Like, come on, man. No. You watched it a second time and wasn't convinced. I'm gonna watch it a second time.
Oh, you saw it twice.
I was telling the truth.
Yeah. You saw it twice. Okay.
It was cool, but Nolan is starting to get on my overrated list. He's starting to pull these shenanigans.
It's cool like the Clip album.
Yeah, see, you were wrong about that too.
He was.
Yeah, okay. That shit died in a week, man. Y'all crazy.
Tell me, yeah, exactly. What albums live in today? Tell me an album that lives for about a year.
We were just talking about Rick Ross albums 10 years ago. We ain't up here talking about the clips.
Right. I'm talking about today, though. Ross album dropped. You know that, right? Have you listened?
No, not at all. I don't listen to nobody at this point. Yeah, I heard that joint did what 2,000 copies.
That shit came and went too, OG.
That's foul. You don't. That's what I hear about more than anything else now is how much is sold. Nothing about how it is ever. Yeah. You could have loved it and been like, yo, I'm telling you, it's fire, but like,
Listen, I ain't listen to none of these dudes.
I'm gonna listen to this guy for the first time ever in my life. I'm quoting Joe Tsai from the Brooklyn Nets. Joe Tsai. Nets owner Joe Tsai says Knicks championship run was embarrassing. Let's look at his face. Oh, that's what losing looks like.
It's rough, Joe. You watching the Knicks win a championship. Wife divorced you. You about to come out your pocket for a lot of cake.
You ain't even know.
Rough summer, baby. Rough summer. Rough.
Jeez, look. Oh, that's a bad picture. So what happens that this year that this team is in the same city, it doesn't make us feel very good. It irritates our fan base and it's embarrassing. What fan base, Joe? Right. What are you talking about? Why are you wearing that jersey? Let's skip that. Got your free ad on us, Joe.
Go back to Jersey. How about
For real. Sorry. Anybody that's from Brooklyn that's in the chat, much love. We love y'all. There's no reason that the Nets should be in Brooklyn right now. There's none. There's just none. Why are they there?
Nice try, Josiah.
Listen, PR team said we need some type of headlines because he keep his mouth shut. I don't even know what was him saying that.
And of course, how would you do that, AllBall? How do you stay in the headlines?
Talking about the Knicks
for clicks,
especially if you the Brooklyn Nets.
Clicks.
They got a former Knick over there. Speaking of former Knicks, AllBall Flea, legendary start, bench, cut
the games. Okay,
I wish I had some music for this.
Games.
This is easy though.
I gotta play some CASHAPP music. It is for me too, AllBall. Who you going with?
Derrick Rose. Bye. Sorry. Starting Clay. I'm benching Melo. No disrespect to D Rose. See you later.
Pew pew pew.
Yes, it's not even a conversation. That's
it. You agree?
We're talking about the performance, right? Or we're talking about the player?
No, the
we're talking about the performance.
You see it on the bottom right under them, the performance.
Man, I watched all 3 of these games.
All great.
I gotta go with my heart. I'm going start Derrick Rose, bench Klay Thompson, cut Carmelo Anthony.
Ooh.
That's what I'm going with. That 50-point game, Derrick Rose was not prime Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was scratching, scrambling, and scraping to get back to feeling like old Derrick Rose. In that game, if y'all watched that game, everything about him that night was, oh, wow. Okay. Just a reminder. It didn't mean nothing, right? But it was just a reminder. So, and then the Klay Thompson, that was just how many dribbles was that?
16.
How many? That's just ridiculous.
11 or something. Yeah, it was just.
It was on 11 dribbles. Jeff Teague still has nightmares about this. Jeff Teague will say that Klay Thompson is better than Dwayne Wade simply because he got 37 and a quarter and 60 put on his head in Golden State. And in the 60-point game, the 62-point game from Melo, he was kicking Michael Kidd-Gilchrist behind all night long. So Melo getting 62 against the Bobcats, who had nobody for him. That's par for the course. So
Melo's 62 wasn't Bam Adebayo's 81. That 62 was way more impressive than Bam Adebayo's 81. But
for sure,
I'm going with vibes. Klay Thompson numero uno for me. Got to start him. I would bench Derrick Rose. I agree with you, Flea. And Melo, I cut that. That was Diet Coke. Klay Thompson. If I'm going strictly off vibes, I was hyped off that. Wasn't it in 3 quarters? He didn't play the fourth, something like that.
He didn't play the fourth. Yeah, he sat him down.
That was 37 points in 1 quarter.
Bananas. And then I was hyped off that because it's like, oh, Klay showing he's Klay, and he's still 11 threes or something. He said, Steph Curry's trying to break that record to this day. He know he is. Derrick Rose. I was watching that game. It was a bit of vintage Derrick Rose, and it was emotional. I think Tom Thibodeau was there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he was.
And it was special. It was like you were emotional watching that. Mm-hmm. You just were. And Melo, I saw it. I was not. It was like, okay, he's on fire. But it was the Bobcats. It was one of them. Like, yo, you paying me for this reason, man. Like, I enjoyed it for that. But there's no way, like, compared, like, if that's Klay Thompson's game, the only thing that defeats Klay Thompson, like Game 6 Klay, Melo has that Bulls game crazy. He has certain games that I'm like, that ain't the first one. The 62 points was great, don't get me wrong. But he got other joints. I'm like, that first or third game against Boston in the first round, when he first got traded here, bananas.
We got swept, but I know what you're talking about.
He was bringing that ball up. I said,
I remember that game.
I was going to have the green headband on.
Keep it real, Fabian. Klay Thompson had 37 points in a quarter. What's Melo's career high for a quarter?
Doom. I'm gonna say 29.
33. So like another guy that 33 against Minnesota in a quarter, they was throwing a lot of different bodies at him. He couldn't do nothing with him. But yeah, I'm cutting that 62-point game.
Being honest, ain't nothing like 62 in the Garden. I understand. Like I said,
it's true though. It's true. Yeah,
but ain't nothing like 62 in the Garden.
That's a fact.
But that Klay Thompson quarter, I still get chills watching. I still watch that once a day, right on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Yeah,
crazy.
I wake up to that. Some people brush their teeth. I wake up and put on Klay Thompson 37 and quarter. Let me get my day started. Yeah, y'all ain't no real basketball people.
Oh, before we get started, let me not forget, because this thing be going crazy. Shout out to Michael Rawls. Michael Rawls.
Mike Rawls.
Kind of like Lou Rawls. Mike, what's good, man? Thank you for your $5. He says, give me that cat cash money. Love it.
Appreciate you, Mike.
And of course, I ain't forget about you, Holmes. I mean, OG Ramsey.
OG
Ramsey. The slick smirk. You ain't fooling me. Came to my Cash App home to pay some bills.
Little quarter water. We'll take
that
it.
Smirk,
Appreciate you, SJ.
That smirk with the comments is kind of crazy.
I love it. That's the
Came
smirk
to my
right
Cash
there.
App home to pay some bills. Yeah. Wank,
shit.
wank. Always missing is the wank, wank.
I was about to say some wild shit.
Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Share, like, subscribe. Y'all see the Cash App. ABTV3. Y'all see the Instagram channel. AllBall TV3 underscores. We also on Facebook, Twitter, which is X. We also have AllBall Fabian Perspective. That's also our YouTube channel. Please, y'all, hit that like button, share, like, subscribe. Support all platforms.
Drew said he need a little $10 back.
Oh,
we can't get that back to you, Drew. Sorry.
I get it back to you.
Fabian said it.
Hit me in the DM. On Instagram.
Fabian, what we dialing up?
But, what?
I said, what we dialing up?
Oh, I see the transition. Okay, look, another OG. Speaking of OGs, OG and Anobi.
Next rehab, y'all.
He got some words for the people.
How you feel about Philly next year? How I feel about who? Philadelphia. I think they'll be good. I think a lot of teams will be good. So.
Oh! You ain't clipping us. You ain't clipping us. Oh boy. What they say? What they say? He's cheesing. Knicks movement says championship team need a reliable third star, and OG Anunoby embraced that role perfectly for the Knicks. He averaged 20 points per game.
Hold on, Fabian. The big three in unison. The big three in unison. Curtis. Thank you for your $50 sitting on my porch with the blicky. Yeah. OG
Ramsey.
Come on, Pitbull Pete, 68 against my man Clyde with no threes, even though most of the shots were 3-point range. Crazy.
Against who?
Clyde. And then you got Junami. Come on now. Our big three in unison gifted 5 4-point. Yeah. That's how you do this thing. Come on, man.
Hey, June, you throwing out a lot of memberships, baby. I love it.
We got the assist man passing it to the best scorer in the league. Then you got Curtis down there waiting to rebound. Listen, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Always.
Yes, indeed.
Huh?
We're waiting on Fabian.
They back at it again. They back at it again. They back at it again. They back at it again.
Cause it's like, we in the strip club and OG Ramsey and Curtis are the only ones that's getting up on the stage. Like, where the other dancers? Where the other ones that want to shake something?
Where they doing the
Where the other dancers?
Remember, bro, man.
Bro,
He came out the gate.
At this point, OG and Curtis is Big Meech and T. Y'all like getting up.
Good call, OG. That's a great call.
Yo, OG and Curtis, Big Meech and T, man. Y'all BMF up here, man. Listen, can't nobody hang. Stop throwing all that money in their hair, man. Can't nobody hang with y'all. Listen, when y'all come in the building, everybody step to the side. Let them do what they got to do.
Brooklyn find it. I'm in the champagne room.
Buy a bottle.
I know we have.
Hold on. David Smith. Yes, David Smith. What happened? Fabian. David Smith, thank you for your $4.99. And look, there's another topic for later for you, David Smith, because I've seen the chat was right. AllBall got the chat wilding. David Smith says Fabian is here so I can give super chats and they will be read. Y'all didn't read his super chats?
He didn't send one. He's lying.
Oh, David, don't gaslight the crew.
Nah, he might have, but I didn't. But it didn't show up. I didn't see it. So
He said he's lying.
but we
Cat
see
is the
every other super chat except David Smith. Come on, Dave.
He said Cat is the best player on the Knicks and potentially top 5 player in the NBA. He also says, here is the super chat that Flea, the Mitch Stan, pretended not to see yesterday. Mitch was the overrated Nick, and it's not even close.
I've been nice to this nigga for about a year now. I've been nice to you, David Smith.
But the
I've been
fact
nice.
that he knew what you were gonna say. That's what I like about David Smith. I'm gonna see.
I've been nice. I've been nice to you. Let's continue.
We don't sleep on June ever.
Stan. Big shout out to OG Ramsey. Don't sleep on June.
Shout out David Smith again. Flea all fouled up for nothing. He said, dun, dun, dun.
I've been nice. Clean. We clean this we clean this thing up.
Tory B says, Flea, keep being nice. OG's out here. Ananobi, he's a 3rd star. What we talking about? Huh? He averaged 20 points per game. He shot 49% from 3. He was another go-to scorer for the Knicks. Of course, that's when Cat stepped up in the playoffs, became the hub officially. I thought I had a 3rd link here, but I guess I missed it all, ball. But, you know, we talk about it, just the way they are. If we want to repeat, stuff like that, OG just seems like he's very carefree. Real quick, like he just seems like, oh, yeah. Oh, Philly, they good too, but, you know, there's a lot of good teams out there. What you thinking for AllBall?
I mean, you see his smirk at the end of that video. You know, he's listen. OG is actually turning into a star. I think, you know, him winning a championship and him now, you know, being a little more open. Listen, he's just a fun, corny dude, man, and it comes off well with him. And I think a lot of people listen. I've seen the video where a lot of ladies love OG, and he's really turning into a star. And I think this season, he's going to take full advantage. I like OG, man. I like what he represents. I like how he carries himself. He's himself at all times. He doesn't try to be anyone else. I think OG is super dope, man. And listen, he's smart. You seen the smirk. He ain't no fool. He know, listen, we got our hands full this season. We trying to repeat. Of course, I ain't going to give no other team no props, but they all know in the back of their minds, listen, we got to put that work in. So for me, you know, calling him the 3rd star, I don't think that's disrespect. Like I said, when you had Mike and Scotty, Rodman was the 3rd star, right? So I think OG is listen, I love how his career is starting to turn out. He's starting to get the props he deserves and the recognition he deserves. And I think right now he's basking in it, and I think he loves it. And that's what's going to make him this season probably play harder because he wants to be considered the best defender. He wants to be an all-star. So I love OG at this point. It's my guy.
Music to my ears, Flea. I'm just gonna let you just black bask in my guy OG Anunoby's glory.
Yeah, I mean, when the trade happened, I think all of us was excited. We all had our own individual expectations for him. I think he's met every expectation that each one of us has had for him. Our OG wanted him to rebound more. He's done that. I said he needs to put the ball in the basket a little more. He's done that. You said that he could be, you know, arguably the best two-way player in the league. He's in that conversation now, if not that guy, right? So everybody has grown. Brunson has grown. Cat has grown. Like, we've seen our stars grow. But if anybody has, like, their game has, like, completely evolved, I think it's OG Anunoby. OG had a career year scoring the basketball last year, averaged like close to 20. I think he averaged like 18 last year. The average dropped down slightly, but he was able to do everything else. So now he becomes the best on-ball defender on the team. Then he becomes one of the best finishers on the team. At the rim on our team, who's a better finisher than OG Anunoby? I don't know, right? Like, so all these things that he does, and he's rebounding better. And he, you know, he's playmaking too, right? He's moving without the basketball. All of these things that, you know, at one point he really didn't have in his game or really didn't go to because he wasn't asked to. Man, Mike Brown has opened this offense up, and it's just been a complete blessing to OG Anunoby. Like, he deserves it, but I think it's kind of twofold because Mike Brown comes in and kind of really empowered him. So I'm just happy to see his progression as a player.
Just real quick, I want to give a shout out to my guy Nakia Miller. Right, me and him always go back and forth, but that's family. Won a lot of championships at Rucker. He had a stint playing with some teams, but big shout out to him. He's in the building.
He be popping it. He be popping it.
That's what I do right there.
He be popping it too much. Big shout out to Nakia, but he be popping it.
Who doesn't Flea got smoke with all?
Nah, I know it's friendly banter. It's basketball. It's friendly banter.
I want to say I'm happy to see him because a lot of guys from Instagram, they don't be over here. And that's my guy. He shows love. When I see him outside, there's always nothing but love. We go back and forth about LeBron, but when we see each other outside, it's all love. He keeps it right there. It's nothing personal. But I just want to give him a shout out because, like I said, he's been around and rocking with us for a long time. So
he's a player, and he's a hooper.
Yes.
He's a hooper, and he could go. In his prime, when he was playing, he can go.
Yes.
So
left hand.
shout out to the kid. Like, he's a hooper. That's
my guy.
No question.
But real quick, Faye, before you go, think about OG when he came to the Knicks, even in Toronto. Very reserved, very quiet, very shy, right? Very humble. Now you're starting to see a little bit more of OG. So I think, that doesn't happen if he's not playing for the Knicks. And this is why I'm saying a lot of these guys need to really understand when it's time for these contracts, take these minor pay cuts and stay here because you're not going to get this love anywhere else. Understand, you're not going to be considered a star, like I said, over there in Utah or Minnesota or wherever else. So I'm just happy to see OG is starting to let itself go a little bit.
I didn't think of him as being the most evolved player on the Knicks. I just thought he was going to be the most important Knick alongside Brunson. And it's good to see him confident. It's good to see him go, like you put it. And to call out teams like this on the low, I don't want to say he's an enforcer because I don't like how he handled Draymond, but he has been doing some of that. He'd be the first one to run up to other opposing players when they're doing too much. But more importantly, that stuff don't matter. It's his impact on the game. Like the 76ers, who's their dog on defense?
Jaylen Brown and VJ.
Oh, I like VJ.
Jaylen Brown, he locks in. He's a dog. I'm sorry.
He's good, but he's been had. And I'm not saying OG hasn't been had, but Brown is he's in a different position. And that's a great counter to what I just said, to what I just asked. But I just think, I feel even better now that he's realizing a lot of the potential that he had. He knew he had. He comes from an athletic background, athletic family. His brother played football. I like the fact that everyone gets to see, or we all get to see what was promised. Because sometimes, we think we're bugging out because we're Knicks fan. Rightfully so. We always go crazy over potential. And this guy, the fact that he just was able to surpass a lot of that potential and then win a championship, it puts him at a different level. And then the iconic tip, and just it doesn't seem like it's overwhelming him either. A lot of players feel like what you said earlier about Joker. It ain't just the players, it's the general managers and the presidents that they seem to be content. The Knicks don't come off as content. OG Anunoby acts like he never won a championship. So I like that one. And he's challenging Philly. That's a challenge. Braun. Yeah, they're good too. Yeah, all right. That's what he basically said. So I'm loving it.
Pretty dope to see OG kind of avenge his absence too. Like, he didn't play for Toronto in 2019 on the team, so you got a ring. But now you come to the Knicks, whatever year, 7 years later, and a huge contributor in your second championship. That's pretty dope.
Hey, Fleet, real quick. Think about that Toronto team, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had OG,
mm-hmm.
you had Pascal Siakam,
mm-hmm.
and you had Kawhi Leonard. Did Toronto drop the ball?
Yeah, and more, right?
But I'm just saying
that core, yeah, right.
And now you see what Pascal can do. We watched it in Toronto as well,
mm-hmm.
and now you see what OG has emerged to. Wow. Toronto could have been going crazy out here.
Van
Well, that's
Vliet,
part of
they didn't want to pay Van Vliet, so let him walk. They think Serge and Gasol got older.
Yeah,
Norman Powell went to get some money, right? Like, so it's
but they had the three. Remember what I was talking about? History shows that when you have the three and you build around them, same way Miami did with Braun, Bosh, and Wade, you can keep plucking guys in. But to have Pascal Siakam all in their prime, Kawhi Leonard and OG Anunoby, and now you see what they turn out to be. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
The Raptors just, I forgot what team we were just talking about. But they went through this turnaround where it's like, not only did Kawhi say, "Yo, Uncle Dennis, I ain't going over there." They had a chance. Remember, they had a chance to play the Lakers in the championship. They would have been up against the Lakers in the bubble with Kawhi. You lose Kawhi, you lost OG and prime OG and prime Kawhi. Forget about everybody else. Norman Powell.
Yeah.
players.
Yes.
Houston is saying they didn't do well last year simply because Van Vliet wasn't healthy. Simply because Fred just wasn't out there. Whatever that looks like, whatever. But they're saying if we had Fred out there, we'd have been a better team. So those three guys, like, not on that.
Wow. Our guy,
Trapped in the 90s.
consistency, our Iron Man. Yeah. Trapped in the 90s. Appreciate you, my brother, gifting a AllBall TV membership. Love always. Trapped in the 90s. Thank you, my brother.
Trapped in the 90s. Appreciate you, man. AC Green in this thing. I see you, Iron Man.
Yeah. It's like I'm missing consistency. That's right.
Yeah,
Trap, do you have the new AirPods with the cameras on them? It's getting ridiculous out here. They're turning us all into Iron Man out here, AllBall. Oh, quick update. Trey Mann will be traded to the Wizards as part of the Peyton Watson Max Strus deal. Where the hell was he? I thought he was on show. I don't know which.
Wow.
Nah, Trey Mann just got
He was on
traded
the Clippers.
the other day.
Yeah.
He just got traded the other day.
Wow.
Yeah.
But sometimes they hold off on trades and then they put a part of another trade. It's like the NBA is crazy. That's the update on that. That was enough. They starting to call people overrated out here. Jesus Christ. What did we do?
We just went through a list yesterday, Fabian.
I got somebody. You ain't want to hit my number one.
For overrated or underrated?
Overrated. Stephon Marbury did not belong on that list.
I think we kind of said that.
Like, we don't even rate Stephon Marbury as a Knick. Why is he's not over or under? Allen Houston was terrible. That was, whoever said that should be banned from wearing the Knicks jersey. Who is this? The Hoop Pro. Okay. The most overrated players headed into next season. Oh, damn. They got number one is Paulo Banchero, empty calorie scoring on a middling offense. Sounds like I wrote it. The volume looks nice on paper. They got number two is Kawhi Leonard. He can't stay on the floor at this stage of his career. There's no reason to expect that trend reverses. Number three, this got to be Flea's numero uno, Trae Young. He turns the ball over at an alarming rate and offers close to nothing defensively.
I don't even know how you keep him out there.
What's this? Number four.
Wow.
Carl Anthony Towns. Congrats to you and the family and your honey bunny. Cat disappears in big moments and gets exposed defensively every postseason. His teams win in spite of him more often than because of him. We'll get to that in a second.
Go ahead, my bad. He dispelled that.
We'll get back to that. Number five, to round out their top five. Who is this? The Hoop Pro. We are tearing you the hell up. Just be forewarned. Anthony Davis rounds out their top five. He can't stay healthy, hasn't been able to stay healthy, and there's no reason to bet on that changing. Whoop-de-doo. How the hell do we follow that up, AllBall?
I mean, besides Cat, I ain't mad at that list. It's saying overrated going into next season. I mean, is Ben Carroll gonna step up and go to another level. Brunson did it. Cade did it. A lot of other guys, have done it since they've been in the league with him. Is he going to get over the hump next season? Like I said, you all know how we feel about Trae Young. Pack him up. I don't understand how people, just debate and argue about how bad Brunson is on defense, and we just totally forget about Trae Young.
The numbers look good, so that saves him.
Yeah.
For most, the numbers are so gaudy that it's like, oh, Trae, great.
Yeah, I think that list. I know we got to move on, but I think all those excuses, I had no problem with them. I think, like Flea said, Cat kind of turned that around. Of course, you could have said that, during the season at times, but I think in the playoffs, Cat during the season in the playoffs, way better defender, wasn't injured, played through injuries. So yeah, and we didn't win in spite of him. We won. I mean, we didn't, however I'm trying to say it, but yeah.
I think you said it right the first time. But Flea, any response to that before we touch on?
Yeah, I just don't think that Karl Anthony Towns belongs on that list. I just don't. A guy like him, who the actual playoff run literally turned when we made an adjustment. Now, we didn't stick to the same game plan for the rest of the playoffs, but we trusted him to help us get out of the first round, and we were able to do that. And then, we get into the finals, and if the finals ended after game 2, for me, he'd be finals MVP. He was just phenomenal in those first 2 games. A tone setter. That's how you set the tone and say, hey, young fella, I've never been here. You've never been here, but I'm going to show you right now who's ready to be here. And he showed Wemby. So I just don't think he deserves to be on that list. And the sky's the limit, right? With that piece of the offense, right? We listened to Alan Hahn, and we heard him talk about how we didn't even scratch the surface with that yet. So I just don't believe that Karl Anthony Towns should be looked at as an overrated player. The other guys, I guess so. For me, I would really put that on Banchero. Banchero deserves a lot of smoke. He deserves a lot of pressure. He deserves a lot of questions that need to be asked to him, because he is a leader of a franchise. He is a number 1 overall pick. There is expectations, right? And you have all the tools and the skills. You just come and go as a player. Some nights you're phenomenal and you're like, wow, this guy's a top 10 player in the league. Some nights he goes missing and you're like, can we win with him? So I think for me, he's the guy that really stands out on that list. Some of those other guys are literally proven. Anthony Davis is a proven player. He just can't stay healthy now. Kawhi Leonard is a proven player. He just struggles with his health. As much as I dislike Trae Young has proven that put in the right spot, things go the right way, I could lead a team to a conference finals. He did it. I'd have no faith in Banchero. So I think him on that list, and him alone. Everybody else, and y'all know I don't really care for Trae Young, but they could take him off that list too.
Put Chet in Cat place. I'm fine with that.
Okay. Well, Cat just commented, I forget that we did it sometimes in reference to the championship. He said, that's just the competitor in me that's not allowing myself to get satisfied and to be stagnant. If I was willing to do whatever it took to get the first one, what do you think I'm going to do for the second one? And I think that's pretty indicative of just who he is. He's always been laid back. All boys call him the most mentally tough basketball player in the game right now. And that leads to the question that David Smith has been putting everybody on front and center about. Karl Anthony Towns is the best offensive center in Knicks history, according to Real Knicks Daily. Patrick Ewing is the greater Knick overall, but purely on offense, I'm taking Cat. He's the best shooting big man ever, and the numbers prove it. At one point, he was shooting 39.8% from 3, the highest mark among every 7-footer in NBA history. What separates him offensively is that he's not just a shooter, he's a legit passer and playmaker for a 7-footer. And I'll get back to that overrated list, because that's someone who says that. I totally forgot about the championship and unproven. I agree with everything y'all said about if it was Kawhi Leonard, I think he has less to prove. And you got Paolo, Kawhi, are the only real number ones on this team. Anthony Davis may be a number one sometimes. He's impersonating them. But they all got something to prove. And I can't talk about Cat needing something to prove anymore. He already proved it to me. Like, he scored 2 points, we still won. He figured out a way to impact the game when he gets benched in fourth quarters, and he got past not knowing what the playbook would look like. Top 5 overrated is clearly I think that's trolling. He's nowhere near top 5 overrated right now. Yeah, he scored 2 points in the final game, but what he did to Wemby, what he did to Joker in years past, it's kind of embarrassing, to be honest with you. Like, Wemby should be embarrassed. The same way Wemby was punking Chet, that's how Cat was punking Wemby. We just don't. That goes back to the toughness, and we always say, you always think I'm talking about fighting. I'm talking about fighting. I'm talking about getting in their head, making them guess twice. What do they do? What's Wemby doing out there? He looked befuddled against Karl Anthony Towns in the NBA Finals. So overrated. How you overrated and you gave Wemby the business? The business. Wemby had the blues, as Flea would put it. The blues.
The blues.
He looked scared to death. This guy's a monk. What? Like, I can't put him. You know, and the fact that he's saying, I got my captain already. Like, these guys, Anthony Davis still thinks this guy's making up news, talking about that he wanted to trade, he wanted to draft John Morant. What? Making excuses. No, you wanted to get traded for your man, clutch center over there, Trae Young, and then you got 2 of the top 5 overrated players in the league, according to this website, on the same team with the Wizards. That's crazy. That's kind of crazy. I didn't even think about it. I wouldn't even dare put that together, old boy. They got some cojones.
I remember.
Big shout out Paul McWhite. Sorry, Flea. You know, just gotta
listen.
Paul McWhite, appreciate it, my brother. Thank you, gifting an AllBall TV membership. Big shout out. Yes.
Sir.
Shout out to whole chat. All the members, everybody that subscribed. Appreciate y'all. Paul McWhite, thank you, my brother. I'm sorry, Flea. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, I was trying to think about other centers that, you know, struggled, other great centers that struggled conference finals against another, because we was talking about Chet struggling against Wemby, but then Wemby kind of struggled a little bit against Cat, or at least the first 2 games, whatever. Do y'all remember the ass kicking that Olajuwon gave David Robinson in that 95 conference finals? Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that?
It just got posted on my timeline for some reason yesterday.
Fabian, OG, I know y'all remember that.
We were seeing that live.
Kicking, like,
yeah.
We've never seen David Rob, and D-Rob was the MVP that year.
Yeah, that's why.
Smoked.
That's why. Akeem took that personal.
Very personal.
Akeem was different, man.
Whew.
Told you, Michael Jordan gave Akeem so much props. He said, listen, man, y'all really don't understand how good he was. Said one season he was top 10 in every category.
He's top 10. He led the league in steals and blocks and when you're something crazy. That was like, wait,
dream different, bro. Dream different.
He's just ripping you and he's blocking you. This guy's a lunatic.
In that era, he was top 10 in everything: steals, rebounds, blocks, scoring, like assists. You know how insane that is?
And he didn't eat till the sun went down. Like Hakeem was.
Imagine that. I'm doing this on an empty stomach. Just a glass of water.
Wow.
I always argue, you know, or I always question people when they go, when you talk, was Mike really just better than Hakeem in 91, 90? You sure about that? Somebody just posted up a great tweet, and they said, yo, what would have happened if Hakeem would have had Pippen and Jordan would have had whoever, like Robert Horry or whatever? Like, what happens? Because now he doesn't lose a Ralph Sampson. He got Pippen, and now you playing another 10 years with Scottie Pippen and Hakeem Olajuwon.
Man,
his prime, right? They did play together, but you're saying prime. Yeah.
I just seen somebody say, I forgot who it was, former player. They said Phil Jackson wanted Scottie Pippen in LA with Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah. I just seen the Jailblazer documentary.
Oh,
and
that
they
was
were
good.
saying
That was really good. Really good.
I didn't finish it, but they were saying that
Okay.
he was gonna go to LA, but the
Mhm.
Portland guys convinced him.
Mhm.
I didn't realize what she said, yo, man. Pippen came in there with his security.
Security. Yep.
Man, he came there
Different.
5 days. All of a sudden, Pippen had braids, throwback jerseys.
Different.
I said, oh,
There was a heavy influence on Scotty. Word.
that was part of the problem.
That was because you
That was
was hoping that he would be more of an influence on them, but he went out there and got naked with all they was wilding. They was out there wilding.
the man was cheesing out there with the cornrows, man.
Yeah, they was bugging him, Damon, Sheed. A lot of guys on that team. Greg Anthony. Remember that Greg Anthony was over there for a little bit?
How you say a cup of tea? How you put it?
A cup of coffee. Yeah,
Cup of
coffee.
I mean,
Sean
Bonzi
Kemp.
well to them dudes, huh?
Bonzi. Yep.
Yeah. They was up 3-1, the Lakers that year, right?
I think it was 3-2.
3-2.
No, yeah, but they was up 15.
Oh, I know in the fourth quarter. I know
yeah.
that. Yeah, game 7.
Do you know? I went back and looked. Do you know that the Trailblazers was up 15 in game 6 of the 92 finals?
In game 6?
The closeout game, I believe. And Phil Jackson benched Mike to start the fourth quarter. Wow. Bench came back, but Portland again was up 15 in the closing minutes.
The only reason why I know that is because that resurfaced after the what was Michael Jordan's documentary, The Last Dance.
The Last Dance.
And them the Bulls teammates were so mad. They were like, yo, this guy's sitting there on his couch acting like he really did this all by himself, right? Which is a little bit far-fetched, but they did overlook that game 6 because they were like, yo, Pippen and us, we brought us back. You were on the bench, Mike.
Pop said that's the first finals he sat me in front of the TV. I was young. I was probably like 5, but he said that's the first finals that I was able to sit and you know what's going on. But yeah, that final.
I know we're about to get to this next topic, but just real quick, when you do a documentary about yourself, shouldn't you just talk about yourself? I'm just asking.
The Last Dance sounds like for the whole team.
Go ahead, Fabian.
So the documentary is about Michael Jordan, his last dance. It's not about. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm just saying, like when
the
LeBron,
team, OG, the team, the 98 team.
Bro, he gave those guys props. At the end of the day, this is my documentary. Y'all want y'all own documentary? Do your own documentary. When LeBron does his documentary, you don't think he's going to be self-centered and mainly talk about himself? Like, you can't get mad at somebody doing their documentary and bigging themselves up. I just
never
don't.
Talks. I didn't even think it was that bad. The way they it felt like
I didn't
they wanted more credit, and it's like our whole lives we said it was Mike and y'all. So I think that's what his teammates is saying. Like, it's already bad enough. The world already thinks it was just you, because that's how champion. Yo, that's how y'all do it. Yo, Mike beat Magic. Yo, Mike beat Isaiah beat Mike. It's like, hold on, there's a whole team. So I think that's part of the whole thing there. We're like, yo, you're not gonna give us credit again. Who you gonna blame this time, Mike?
Those guys have to understand. Of course, you got Scotty, you got Phil, right? It's a handful of players that was still going to be great no matter what. A lot of y'all guys, come on, man.
Luke,
y'all was lucky to be in that position. Seriously.
Where did Luke Longley come from? Because he came out of nowhere.
Is Luke Longley? Are we even pronouncing his name or saying his name right now?
Right.
If Luke played for the Wizards, no.
Longley.
Let's. I know what the chat is waiting for. Sorry. Let's get. I'm just saying.
Oh wait, did I run over that too fast? Because they were waiting for that, right?
Yeah, you know what they want us to discuss.
No, I thought it was I ran over it too fast with the.
No, you.
With the cat.
Right.
Yeah, I did go crazy.
You went back.
You shall revisit.
Thing.
I read it too fast. Is Karl Anthony Towns the best offensive center in Knicks history. Real Knicks Daily, aka David Smith's brother. They got your back, David Smith. I told you you had 11 more days of your shenanigans. I'm taking a pause right here for you, David Smith. Oh, boy. Is Karl Anthony Towns the greatest offensive weapon at the center position in New York Knickerbocker history?
So I'm not trying to get myself in trouble. I'm tired of that. They had to throw that offensive in there though, because we know defensively it's not even right. It's not close.
The era of semantics.
Who's the great centers in Knicks history, Flea? It's Pat. And who else?
Willis.
That's kind of basically it, right?
Yeah, if we talking about all-time greats, I mean, we can name a bunch. We can name a bunch of guys that played center.
Right.
But I think those guys.
So we're saying Cat is better than Pat and Willis Reed offensively. That's tough. It's an argument, Flea.
I think so.
It's an argument. The young man is talented offensively, right? It's not even close. He's the better three-point shooter out of all those guys. Now, we know in that era, that was frowned upon, right? Being a center, you wasn't allowed to shoot those threes, right? So it's kind of a loaded question because if Willis Reed and Pat played today, would they have been great three-point shooters? I don't know. But I got a better question. Do y'all think this team as constructed with the games that Willis Reed and Pat had offensively, do y'all think we win a championship?
Maybe. I think we got a great chance to do it. I think the only thing that separates Cat from Patrick really is the passing ability. I think Cat is such an underrated passer. Like, he passes the basketball as if he is a point guard, right? That natural setup where you get to the rim and you're like, oh, here's the rock. Like, Cat is that type of pass. I don't think Patrick was ever as great of a pass as him. But everything else, right? Like, everything else, Patrick could shoot the basketball. So if we saying put him in today's era, why wouldn't Patrick be able to shoot the basketball and actually shoot it from range if he could already do that in the 90s? I don't.
Hold on. I'm gonna finish. I'll let you cook.
Mm-hmm.
When you really think about it, besides the 3-point shot, I really don't know if Cat is better than Pat offensively. I really don't. Pat had post-up moves, man. Pat can face you up. Pat can post you up. Pat had a mid-range that was money, right? So I just think this question, it kind of shows a little disrespect to Pat because we cannot act like Pat wasn't great offensively. Now, it's no knock to Karl Anthony Towns, but I don't know how much better Cat is than Pat offensively. Like I said, Cat isn't great with the handle. Is Cat better than Pat on the post?
No.
Right. I mean, so, wow. I don't know. Flea, I would love to hear what you got to say.
I just think the sample size is a little too small to be trying to compare who's the best offensive Knick of all time. We won the championship, so now everybody think that we allowed to ask this question. We just talked about Patrick Ewing averaging 20 and 10 for 7 straight seasons, playing over 75 games for 7 years in a row for the New York Knicks. Like, I know there's moments where we wish that we would have won with Patrick Ewing, but they can't discount who he was as a player. I think naturally Cat is just a naturally gifted and talented player, like more naturally gifted on the offensive side. Patrick had to work. He had to work really, really hard to become a offensive threat. When he got there, he was great. But Karl is adding to just natural scoring ability, natural playmaking ability, naturally being able to shoot it. With Patrick, he had to put in the work to get there. So I'm not upset with the conversation. I just know that I watched Patrick do it year after year after year after year after year. It's a small sample size for me for Cat. So, I can't just give it to him. He's the best offensive center of all time for the Knicks.
Cat's a clear-cut better passer. I don't know if Cat is on Willis Reed's level offensively. Like comparing his career to that, like it's two different eras. I don't know if Willis Reed, even though he played the 4 and the 5 with no problem. Cat, I don't even know if he's really a 5. But he's a better passer than both of them. Cat has made some of the best passes I've seen in my life. Some of the passes he makes are insane. Underneath the rim, 3 guys on him. He just the no look. Well, he's especially when he's mad. Especially when Cat is mad, he plays different. So he got the passing over Ewing, and then mid range. I think Ewing, a lot of Carmelo in him. The black hole. I ain't passing to nobody. Who you want me to pass the ball to? I practice these every day, Shump. What you talking about? They pay me for this. And then all that being said, regardless of where you have them lined up, scoring wise, who's more clutch out of all of them?
Yeah, I don't think Cat is more clutch than Reed or Pat. I'm just being honest. I don't think so. Does he have clutch moments? Yes, but you're asking me who's more clutch. I would put Cat third on that list behind Pat and Reed, or Reed and Pat, however you want to have the one or the two. I don't know if he's as clutch as those guys.
What do you think, Flea?
Patrick had a lot of great moments. The finger roll and those stick out, but those were like just one moment or this one. There's a lot of great moments that he had where he was finishing and putting us in position to move on or close the series. Or there's a ton of moments. I don't attribute clutch to Cat. So I don't see Cat as a guy that when the rubber meets the road and we need to go get a bucket, it just go to him and he's gonna figure it out. I don't see that. I know I could throw the ball to Patrick Ewing in the time that he played and something good was going to happen. Willis, I can't speak from a point of if he was clutch or not because I didn't see him in moments of being clutch, and I've never heard or got the inkling that he had a reputation of being clutch where you give him the ball and he's going to get it. So.
But this is where I give Cat credit, though. I don't think this team here, I don't think Patrick Ewing wins a championship. I don't think he makes the sacrifices that Cat made. I don't think Pat would change his game, right? I think Pat, like Fabian said, very stubborn. So I think from that aspect, I think this is where Cat, is going to get a lot of love, like y'all see in the comments. So for me, I think right there, is what people are not going to discuss, right? Like I said, if you swap and have Pat at his prime with this team right here constructed, are they great? Do they get to the finals? Yes. Can they possibly win? Yes. But
I don't like.
Is Pat going to make the sacrifices like Cat? I don't know.
With what? John Starks?
No, Flea. I'm talking
with
about
what?
And no matter what era, no matter what team, I would have loved to have seen Patrick Ewing try to spread the floor. Like
with what?
Let's say he's on this team, trade Cat for Pat.
I think the times would you have to adapt to the times. Like if we trying to do that, we got to be like play the whole tape. You can't take Patrick Ewing out of his era, put him in this era, and say he has the same mindset of that era. Like the way basketball is played is different. So if Pat comes in this era, you telling me he ain't going to give it up? If he's in a system where it's passing the ball, if he's in that type of system, you telling me he has to remain selfish instead of going with what works?
I don't know. If he we seen Brunson doing that. I mean, he'll pass the ball. His father told him, pass the ball, give the ball. I think Patrick Ewing, especially when he was younger, wicked. Wicked. He was going, transition was crazy. And I just would want to have seen him shooting 3-point shots in this era because he's 7 feet tall, can shoot over everybody. And he had a good jump shot. Like, he was a nice jumper. Same thing with Akeem Olajuwon. But I really think Cat is more clutch than them because Cat has a natural 3-point shot. Like, I think he can pump fake, put the ball on the floor, and he could pass. A guy who could shoot and pass from that many spots on the floor in the half court, it changes everything. But it's really more the mindset, how you guys said, and ain't no way possible I'm choosing anybody who snuffed and knocked out 3 or 4 Lakers on that basketball court. I'm just not. So they're all fighting for second place in my book right now, even on offense. We ain't seen enough of Willis Reed either. You're right, Fleet. Like, how many games we really watch with Willis gets the ball down the stretch and oh wow, did you see them? No, we didn't see that.
I don't never want to comment. I know Willis was great, but I don't never want to act like, oh yeah, he was clutch because against the and he did this and that. Yo, Zeke, you've been bad. Hey, Zeke Jackson, you've been bad in the comments today, brother. I'm disappointed in you. You had a bad day today.
But he was
paying homage to the older players. You got to pay homage, man. Come on now.
But Willis was shifty though. Like, it's just tough to compare them. But the best offensive center, that's the other thing too. Just best offensive center. Okay. And he had clutch in this finals. I know he only scored 2 points. I get it that last game. But Cat hit that step back 3 that was vicious on that comeback from that. But there's a lot of shots that them fadeaway shots that he hit against Detroit in the first round last year, vicious. I don't recall Willis Reed and the 3 and the baseline turning around looking like Mike. Vicious. So Cat, it's almost like it's not enough. It's not enough for us to go, yo, you got it over Pat, man. But I think it's still fun to argue over it because we got to reminisce over Patrick Ewing, and the reason why we're celebrating this damn ring is because we lost all them years.
I mean, Cat got the job done.
Calls a champion. That's a fact.
Certified champion.
He's a champ.
But is he a number 1 option?
I mean, he was in Minnesota for his whole career. And I mean, some people still think, Cat is the best player.
Oh, that was a good way to put it. Was he the number 1? Like, who's the better number 1 option out of all in their era? Because you can't say, like Fleet said, how you gonna put Willis Reed in this era? How's that gonna work? Who's the better number 1 option for their eras?
I mean, Pat at the number 1 option got the 2 finals with, as Zeke would say, plumbers. I mean, Cat, being the number 1 option in Minnesota, I mean, he's got to a conference finals, but I don't think, him with the Knicks, Brunson is the number 1 option. So, I mean, it's definitely up for debate, but I think to me, that's where Pat edges Cat out.
I just seen somebody talking about X-Man. That was only 1 season he had with us.
It wasn't many.
I thought it was 2
It wasn't many.
And they traded for Charles Smith.
We just dogged Charles Smith yesterday. Rightfully so.
Oh, yeah.
Was he on that list?
He wasn't. That's why me and OG put him on there.
But is he overrated?
For sure.
Because
there was a high expectation for him to walk through and be the piece that's going to take us over the hump.
But doesn't overrated mean that mad people are hyping him up and you're just like, what is this? What are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
That's when I don't hear none of that, but I don't know a Charles Smith fan ever in life.
I mean, Charles Smith was a top 5 pick, I believe. Charles Smith was really good coming out of Pitt. Charles Smith was supposed to be the franchise changer, bringing him in, I think with Danny Manning or before Danny Manning. It was something like that. They was trying to put a team together over there. Him, Danny Manning, Ron Harper, I think, and Charles was supposed to be the guy. So, yeah, there was heavy expectation on him. And then I think we traded in for Mark Jackson. Is that right? I think we talked about that.
Clippers. Stanley Roberts is holding up the deal.
Terrible.
Crazy. Who was on that list? Who wasn't on that list? That should have been on that list. I digress. OG Ramsey, thank you for your $20. When I do the math, we got a 15-man all-ball squad plus some G League players. Some G League ballers. Salute to you all, ball. Not to mention the 1,500 June new members coming up. Salute, salute, salute. All ball. Give props to us all.
OG.
OG Ramsey. Appreciate you,
Number
man.
love, OJ Ramsey. He also says, gotta go before somebody dogs my dog in favor of their cat.
It's personal.
It'll be Terminator. Hasta la vista, baby.
Baby.
10 fever, 10 fever. Thank you for the
What
gold
up,
coin,
Taz?
10 jewels. Come on, man. Who's this? McTube? Oh no, MuckTube University. That's crazy. Is Cat better than Ewing? Never. Rings aside? Nah.
Heard you, MuckTube.
Thank you for your $2. OG Ramsey, thank you for your $5. Trap, my brothers, is unlocked. Tory B, thank you for the 10 jewels. Here we
Tory
go.
B. What up, baby?
I gave you a 20-minute break, David Smith, and that was nice. Cat had a plus 258 in the playoffs this year, which was the best in NBA playoff history. Cat also had the highest defensive rating in playoffs this year. No Cat, no ring.
Okay, David.
I mean, I think that last sentence was a fact.
Don't refute it at all.
OG Ramsey says, all things MJ. He was fair. You got a better look at everyone in that documentary.
Yeah, I would expect you to say that.
But that's true. That's why I didn't understand the Last Dance criticism. Like, it's Michael Jordan getting drunk with them red eyes on TV. Glove.
Red. I got jaundice.
It was yellow. OG Ramsey, thank you for your $10. Look up Willis going against Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem, Lanier,
Bob Lanier,
Nate Thurman, and a whole league of big men. My bad, OG Ramsey. MuckTube, he says, Ewing had a hell of a mid-range jumper in his arsenal. OG Ramsey says, look at the centers Pat played against. That's fair.
This is true. We don't want to talk about that, though.
MuckTube says, Cats is a Johnny come lately. Ewing is the culture.
Cat's a champion. The culture going to have a lot to say about that.
OG Ramsey says, shooting threes for a big man is perverted. Not basketball. Basketball was designed with the big man on the low or high post as the hub of the offense and defense. Willis had a sweet left-hand jumper. He did.
Sure
I always thought he moved really well. MuckTube says Willis Reed shut Wilt down game 7, held him for 2 of 9 field goal shooting. OG Ramsey says, if Pat or Willis had no-show games like Cat, forget about it.
Forget about it. I haven't heard that in a while.
Thank you for that, OG. I forgot to say that. Like, if he doesn't show up when we talk about the overrated players, if Trae Young don't show up, his team might win. If Paolo don't show up, nah, I'm bugging. I'm not gonna say Paolo. That team was trash.
Slow down.
Well, Franz, see that one. Franz.
We'll see with them.
See that argument.
If they real, they're gonna be a top 5 seed this year. If they real.
But they're not.
They ain't real.
Oh, ball. Any last words for the people in the bag?
Big shout out Ruggs. You can't put Kelly Oubre or Champagne on Patrick Ewing. Hey, Ruggs. Comment of the night.
That was great.
Patrick
That
Ewing
was great.
Down. I'm going to bed on a high.
I didn't even see that, OG.
Wow.
Where did I missed that? That was good.
Wow.
That was good.
Y'all
That
know
was good.
me. Have a beautiful hump day. For the ladies that have a little hump, have a great Wednesday night. Everybody, please be safe. Everybody doesn't have a hump. I don't know. You about to take it somewhere else. It's just
You got freaky. You mad at us?
That ain't freaky.
Okay,
Everybody have a great Wednesday night. Be safe out there. And y'all know the deal. Hit that like button, share, like, subscribe, and get y'all butts in the building tomorrow for Nick's rehab. You already know.
Flea, you're right. We need to get to this Patreon fast and get
It's about time. I'm constrained.
Freak link over here. Unravel. OG Ramsey says, Fade, befuddled. Nice.
Nice.
A little bit. Flea, any last words for the people?
Big shout out to the chat. Big shout out to everybody. Had a lot of fun tonight. Big shout out to David Smith. Big shout out to Zeke Jackson, BKNY 1982. All the people in the chat that had to spar with a little bit. I love y'all. And big shout out to the youngest in charge. He named 2 guys tonight, and I'll be thinking sometimes I'm the only person that listens to certain guys. Like, who the hell am I? But he said Rock Marcy and Errol Holden, niggas can rap, yo. Them 2 dudes can rap. Errol Holden can rap his ass off.
I don't know who Errol Holden is.
I just wanted to show the youngest in charge some love because I seen that comment. I couldn't jump in and show it some love, but Rock Marcy and Errol Holden, them dudes could definitely rap.
I don't understand the whole Rock Marcy thing.
And
Errol Holden, I haven't heard. I'm turning that off.
Okay.
I get the, what is it called? The lo-fi? It's lo-fi rap? Okay.
Okay.
It could have been anywhere else. Yes, K-Dot, thank you for peeping that. Tomorrow, 8 p.m., we shall be back. Thursday, AllBall TV. We ain't playing with you.
Ain't playing.
We staying with you.
Huh?
Have a good night. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.